Right, let's get a fire going. It says 16 degrees, but if I use. Do I have it? Yes, here it is. If I use the surface thermometer, well, that's saying 14, that's near the fire. If I do it over on the side, 13 and a half, that's not bad. And if I do it underneath my desk, it's 11, so that gives you a more accurate reading. Oh. It was cold in my bedroom, and for whatever reason last night, my arm. Oh, look, I saw a little ember. Whatever reason, my arm came out of the covers, and now it would be nice if my unconscious body went, "I'm cold, bring it into body." But instead, it was just like, "Oh, I don't know what to do. Wake up!" So I woke up, and then I brought my arm in, and then I did not go back to sleep. But then again, I had a pretty miserable dream, so I'm glad I woke up in a sense. Although I do feel very tired. You know, some people seem to have bags of energy and just go and go and go. Human dynamos, some people refer to them as. And I do have envy. Would I like that for myself? What I would like is to I would very much like to wake up refreshed, and do you know, I think my mobile phone might have something to do with it. I think I should try, because I like listening to my audiobooks when I sleep. God, what would be really nice is if I had like an iPod and or just some sort of offline thing where I could load podcasts and audiobooks onto it. And it hasn't got the internet. All you can do with it is just that one thing. I would love that. I've never used an iPod though, and I saw iTunes with an iPhone, and just the I preface to everything makes me cringe. But is there some sort of like, is there some sort of thing that will do my job? Like even a Raspberry Pi. Well, you could build a Raspberry Pi to do that. You wouldn't have to connect it to the internet. You just build a speaker onto it. You'd have to have some sort of user interface. Like, how would you do that? Maybe that's what I could do with my Raspberry Pi. Just I could have the I don't know, having a whole amplifier plugged in just for that. Sure, I could have some sort of little speaker. Oh, maybe that's an idea. Maybe I'll use my Raspberry Pi, and I'll have it. Oh, can you use a Raspberry Pi with Amazon's Audible? Thing with that though is it doesn't like to work if you haven't got an internet connection. I think I do get books on Audible. I get them from other sources as well, but yeah. If there's like some off the shelf like device that does this, great. If there's a project which use it, you can use a Raspberry Pi free with like, yeah, here's how to do podcasts and such with it. I mean, it can't be too hard. You probably just put the Raspberry Pi OS in, and then like some Linux podcast audiobook thing. What I don't really want though is a screen. Oh. You see, the old MP3 players, they had a screen on them, but the user interface was all buttons, and it was great. Yeah, I think that's something we ought to have. Maybe that's what I can use. Now, you could say, oh, why not just listen to the radio? You can get radios with sleep timers on them. The problem with that is, if you've listened to the radio recently, look, what's a polite way of saying this? I'm not fond of what's on the radio, and rather than relaxing me and sending me to sleep, it would anger me and irritate me. Especially Radio 4. It doesn't even matter what the content of their message is. It's all bloody government propaganda. It's the tone of voice. I don't like that tone of voice, and it gets the hairs on the back of my neck standing up, and I feel threatened. So, no, it will have to be. Well, that was good, wasn't it? It will have to be an offline thing where I can take it downstairs, plug it into Ethernet. I know it's got wireless built into it, but no, if I plug it into Ethernet, that'll be like, hey, it's connected now. And then just do it, because last night, and I was just scrolling through Twitter, and I wasn't even reading anything, and I thought to myself, why are you doing this? This is just wasting your time. And I wasn't able to stop myself. It was got to about 3 in the morning before I eventually put it down and just working myself up. I don't really have the energy to do any of these projects at the moment. I think it'd just be a lot easier if I put the phone on airplane mode and just put Audible on it or podcasts, and then just say, well, it's not coming off of airplane mode until you wake up. Yeah. God, it's cold. Please, God, cast down the people spraying clouds all the time. Give us some sunshine. Be very nice. Toodle pip.